Ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry to inform you that we got to go over some BS. And I hate to do it, but I got to. So stay tuned.
One in a million to one villain. Too hot to be in the kitchen, I'll end up melting the ceiling.
All right, y'all. So usually I'm more, animated and higher spirits because I believe that you got to have fun. You got to enjoy life and you got to enjoy the small things. And every now and then, sometimes lately, more than often, you run across something that is so blatantly disrespectful, so blatantly racist, and just sad. This is sad. Not sad like, oh, it hurts my feelings, but sad as I weep for you. I weep for all of us because we share this world together. And I am feeling so sorry and so bad that we've gotten to this place in America. And no matter how much you try to intellectualize and talk about these issues and try to find common ground and understanding amongst different people with different backgrounds and different ways of thinking, sometimes you hit roadblocks where some people just can't be reached. And the only question you have to ask yourself then is, is it my responsibility to put up a fight against these people so that they can't continue to brainwash and continue to give people the wrong mindset, which destroys us all in the end? This trailer right here, this trailer is called Everything's Gonna Be All White. Everything's Gonna Be All White. And it's about a documentary. And I'm so disgusted by what I'm about to show y'all. And I hope that you're disgusted as well. I don't care if you're white, black, Hispanic, Chinese. I hope that everyone is disgusted by this. And I don't want to be disgusted by it. I wish it didn't exist. I wish we didn't have to have these conversations. But here we are. Here we are. What the hell are we going to do about this? All right, y'all. So brace yourselves because I'm going to play some of this trailer. It's called Everything's Gonna Be All White, 2020 official trailer. Warning. This trailer may trigger white people.
I think what annoys me most about white people is when they pretend like they're the victim.
This thing starts off with, what annoys me the most about white people is when they pretend that they're the victim or they act like they're the victim. And then she starts to mimic what it would look like to be a white person crying, right? This is how they start this off. Are you kidding me? Are you joking? Is this a game?
I think what annoys me most about white people is when they pretend like they're the victim. What's also annoying is when they kill us.
White people. Also, when they kill us. This is the mind of the collective, everybody. There are no individuals. There are no individuals in these people's mind. Everyone is a part of their group, and their group ultimately defines the individual. It's not a bottom up, it's a top down. The collective represents everyone in that group. And you lump them all together and you say, white people do this, and white people are that, and we are this, and we are that. Kill us. Who is us? Who are you? Because I would bargain that I have much more in common with a lot of other white people than I have with this woman. Us. What do you mean?
What's also annoying is when they kill us.
What is fragile about whiteness when everything has been constructed around it?
Everything has been constructed around whiteness. Which white? What white? Which type of white? Jewish white? Italian white? Explain to me which white. Because last time I checked, white people come from many different countries, many different historical landmarks, like different cultures. Which white people? What is whiteness?
What is fragile about whiteness when everything has been constructed around it?
Every part of who I am has been distorted or criminalized.
It's really just a bunch of white lies.
It's just really a bunch of white lies. If it's white lies and you, my guy, are a white man, are you also complacent in a system of white lies? Do you also bear the brunt of what you consider to be white lies? Who decides what the lie is for white people? What white person represents all of white people, that speaks for all of white people? And when they tell a lie, all white people must take on the burden of that lie.
We're storming the Capitol! You're not patriots. You're ridiculous.
They decided to use January 6th clips in this as a way of pointing to whiteness. Whiteness. I know y'all see what's on the screen. A black eye. Oh my gosh. I am weeping for my people. Our people. Americans. I am weeping for young white kids, young Black kids, young Hispanic kids. I am weeping for the future generations because this is what they will inherit. This mindset is not progressive, it's regressive. And they cannot see it. They have blinded themselves. They have blinded themselves. I cannot explain this any other way. And I've tried time and time again. I've spent countless hours talking with other people, debating with myself, reading literature, trying to understand what exactly causes a person to think like this. And I can't. I tried. So either I'm too stupid, too dumb, or it's complete BS. You tell me which one. But a black eye. I'm black. Does that mean I have a black eye? My eyes work differently or see differently than a person who is of Hispanic descent or a person who is Irish. I have a specific kind of eye. It's a black eye because the eye belongs to a black person who has an eye in his head. Seriously?
The Capitol! You're not patriots. You're ridiculous.
Yes, and that has nothing to do with whiteness. This was a political thing, mostly. This was about Donald Trump. This was about the election. This was not about we want to destroy all other races. We want to be the superior race. That was about politics. That was about policies and what people thought their country should stand for and how they want their country to be represented a certain way and their rights. And misguided or not, it wasn't about white people. It wasn't specifically, oh, we need to take our country back because it's only for white people. Now, were there some racists there? Probably so. Of course there probably was. I wouldn't doubt it. I'm willing to bet my money on it. But were all the people there racist? Why? Oh, let me expect, because they were Donald Trump supporters, then somehow, i.e., they must be racist because these people can't see it any other way. It's no gray areas, no nuance, no room for the benefit of the doubt.
One of the definitions of American whiteness is ignorance.
One of the definitions of America whiteness is ignorance. So whiteness, everybody, is now the new word for NIGG. You know what I'm saying? Whiteness is now the term used towards white people to call them the N-word. That's what that is, because the N-word defines ignorance. And white people call black people the N-word because they considered blacks to be ignorance. And she just turned around and said, hey, the definition of whiteness is ignorance. So that's your new N-word, whiteness.
The definitions of American whiteness is ignorance.
White people, we are not your problem. You are.
We are not your problem. You are. I can't even make it through a minute of this trailer without being bombarded with so much blatant racism and so much blatant bigotry and stereotypical collective nonsense and jargon. And I'm trying so hard. I don't want to do this. I do not want to be this guy. I don't want to have to cut on my TV and see stuff like this. I don't want kids to have to deal with this. There's a better way forward. There's a much better way forward. Who is deciding that this is the agenda? It has to be. It has to be. We talk about systemic racism. We talk about the whole system being designed to oppress and keep down people of color. POCs, that's what they call it, because they group us all together now, and nobody is distinctive. All right, they talk about that. Well, where's the systemic situation going on where this type of nonsense can be aired, can be publicly offered and available to anyone with a subscription or anyone with a television? Who is designing this? Where's the big money coming at in this? Who says that this is okay and this is all right? And what is their agenda? I have to ask.
White people, we are not your problem. You are.
Should white people today feel any responsibility for slavery?
Hell yeah.
Hell no. All right. He says hell yeah. I said hell no. Black man, I'm a black man. Okay. That right then and there, this should send a message to every single person that there is no collective black person. There are no collectives. There are no collective white people. There are no collective black people. Everybody has their own thoughts, their own emotions, their own experiences. And yes, some people are going to come to different conclusions based on that. And we should have a conversation. We should be able to talk to one another and try to figure out, why are you feeling this way? Why do you come to this conclusion? Am I right about something? Am I wrong about something? But no. If you are not on their side, you must be wrong. You must have haven't read enough. You must have don't understand the issues enough. You must don't have the black experience or the black eye. It can't be no other way. There are no gray areas, no nuance. Hell yes. Hell no. How the hell am I responsible for something my dad did or my granddad did? How the hell are you responsible for something that people you don't even know, that you don't even met, that you didn't even condone, doing something that you had no hand, you couldn't stop it, you couldn't tell them different, you wasn't even there.
People today feel any responsibility for slavery?
Hell yeah.
White Jesus or black Jesus?
Jesus was not white.
Who cares? Whether Jesus was white, black, Hispanic, Chinese, what does it matter? Last time I checked, that Christians honestly care about the story of Jesus. It's about the story and what it's supposed to portray and saving your soul. Jesus could have been green, 2'5". He could have been any of those things, and it would not change the fact. But I get it. They say, well, if you portray Jesus as a white man, what you're inherently doing is causing people to think that the white race is superior and that their Lord and Savior is a white man. Okay? Make a black Jesus. Hang him up in your black churches and get on with it. If it's that serious to y'all.
Of geography. Ain't no way Jesus walked around with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Ain't no way y'all became Christians without slavery. Ain't no way.
White culture fears the end of the world. For us as Native people, the end of the world already happened, like multiple.
What is this dude talking about? Rewind.
Culture fears the end of the world.
Around with Jesus with blue eyes.
White culture fears the end of the world. For us as Native people, the end of the world already happened, like multiple times.
So the white culture fears the end of the world. Huh. White culture fears the end of the world. I don't necessarily understand what that's supposed to mean. Okay.
The world. For us as Native people, the end of the world already happened, like multiple times.
You would be wrong, sir. Factually, you would be wrong. So appreciate your perspective, though, and present tense.
Symbols and monuments, these are mementos of racism.
Bring that statue down.
I got a job. I got work. I got a family. I got friends. I got people that I got to take care of. I got people to look out for. I got people to educate, people to expound their minds and to broaden their horizons. And there are people out there who are so triggered and so hurt by these statues that they will rally up together to go and destroy them. Okay, symbolism matters. Symbols matter. Okay, but these same symbols have been up for a long time, and we have still become less racist in America. We have still become better Americans to one another, despite these statues, regardless of them. There were statues up about this stuff when Martin Luther King was marching. There was statues up, and yet we still made progress. Still. It's not that statues keeping racism around. It's not statues encouraging people. You don't walk by past a statue and decide, hey, the statue like, check me out, bro. Listen, check me out. Hey, man, you gotta try some of this racism, man. It worked for me. It could work for you. Look at me. I'm a statue. Happened never, not once. This is trying to find everything you can, pick and choose to destroy, because it is not about stopping racism. It is about using racism as a way to gain power, to hold your political opponents at gunpoint and say, hey, if you do not do what I do or do what I say, you are a racist, you are a bigot, and that is just what it is. And they're holding you hostage.
Symbols and monuments, these are mementos of racism.
Bring that statue down. Put up a TCU BY yogurt or something everybody can get behind.
You put it up. You pay for it. You put it up. How about that?
Put up a TCU BY yogurt or something everybody can get behind.
The truth has to be told.
This is not America. America is so many different things. And to decide that you want to narrow America down to racism, you missed it. You missed it. You missed it. You missed what the American dream is about. Yes, the founders, they made a lot of mistakes and a lot of horrible, crazy mistakes. They did some things and allowed some things to take place that will scar people, that will harm people for decades and decades and decades to come. But if you think that this is what America is narrowed down to, have you overlooked World War II? Have you overlooked World War I? Have you overlooked the Civil War? Have you overlooked so many things that America has done? How many people have been lifted up out of poverty thanks to America? America fundamentally changed the world. And you're gonna narrow down America to just being racism? Tell you, they can't see anything else.
Everybody can get behind.
The truth has to be told about history.
Your truth, huh? My truth, your truth. There ain't no truth anymore. Everything's postmodernism. And look, I'm a postmodernist, and even I know this is BS. There has to be structure. There has to be an agreed upon set of values that we all share if we're going to live in the same country together. Your truth, my truth. There has to be a truth that we can all agree on so that we can move forward based on the same standards and the same understanding. We can play the game by the same rules.
Put up a TCU BY yogurt or something everybody can get behind.
The truth has to be told about history.
They didn't ask me for my perspective. They didn't come to me. And I don't agree with this POC crap. There is no people of color. This whole grouping of all people who are not white. Don't want any parts of it. Nobody should want any parts of it. It's BS.
We have to make sure that these stories are told from our perspective.
What about my perspective? Where are the black conservatives? Where are they? Where are the black independents? Where are the people who disagree with you? Have you seen any of them on this trailer? Have you seen their perspective being displayed? It's not about perspective. It's about narrative. It's agenda. Stop the lies.
We have to make sure that these stories are told from our perspective.
There's always hope. You know what I'm saying? We don't give up.
It's about obliterating systemic and institutionalized racism.
Okay, cool. You want to get rid of systemic racism and you want to do away with it. Okay. All right. Let's say you want to do that. Let's say racism has affected all of the institutions of America and it is designed to keep the black person or the person of color now. Let's say that's the case. All right. If that's the case. Okay. What does any of that have to do with us killing each other? The rape, the violence. Hell, I've been locked up. You can't lie to me. I'm from the projects. You can't lie to me. Not once did I see a white man come in there and force one of my brothers to kill one of their brothers. We still have decisions to make. We have a choice to make. What about that? They don't talk about that. Then I'm not pivoting. I said, okay, if you want to fight racism, I don't care for racists. Racists can, that's not my problem. If you want to get rid of the racists, I'm 100% with you. But can't we chew gum and walk at the same time? And what about the priorities? What's the most important thing when it comes to Black lives? Is it systemic racism, or is it stopping Black people from killing other Black people? Which one do you think impacts the Black community the most? And that's where I want to see your energy. I'm not saying you can't go after racist. I'm also talking about fixing that as well. And I know there are people out there who are trying to do that and trying to bring awareness. And I thank you. And I thank you so much, because you are a vital part in helping restore the Black communities. I thank you. And if there are white communities out there who suffer from white-on-white violence, who kill one another, I hope that there's somebody out there trying to stop that as well. And the same thing with the Mexicans, and I can go down the list. I hope that we are all trying to stop violence wherever we may see it, stopping one person from murdering another person regardless of what their color is, helping families stay together and raise their kids in a proper, decent manner so that they can be productive citizens in society and they have the best chance they can at being better off.
It's about obliterating systemic and institutionalized racism.
This is a wild place, y'all. It's a wild place.
You might want to go try some of those third world countries and see how wild it can get. Go to Russia and see how they treat you.
This is a wild place, y'all. It's a wild place. I know Harriet and Frederick be up there just like, what is they gonna do?
What is they gonna do? I'm pretty sure they would be like, girl, you got it good. You got it made. What? I wish I was living in the time you living in. But no, we're gonna skip all that. What is they gonna do? What is they gonna do? Is that what you think they worried about? Is that what you think is on their mind? Everything's gonna be all white, y'all. February 11th, you can catch it on Showtime. That's what it is. And I wasn't even supposed to be on this video that long, but gosh, do they not grind my gears. And I swear, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want anybody looking at me saying, oh, you're a traitor. Oh, you're a sellout. I'm not with any of those things. I care about the truth, and I care about helping people. And when I see people doing something that is harmful, regardless of what their intentions are, effects matter. Attentions matter too, but effects and results matter the most. And that's what I'm concerned with. And that's what I stand for. And that's what I will stand with until my breath leaves my body. Hopefully, that is why I plan to keep doing what I'm doing against all odds. Hopefully, and I stay safe doing it. Y'all can go check out this shirt. Miss Me With That Race. You can find it on my merch store. It's in the description below. Go check out the merch. Miss Me With That Race. You can get it in different colors and stuff like that. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank y'all so much for being a part of this. Do something to make a difference. Do something to make a change, everybody. Do your part. Do your part. That's all I ask. Thank y'all so much. Peace and glory, everybody. Be peaceful and be great. Till next time. I'm out.
1 in a million to one villain. Too hot to be in the kitchen. I'll end up melting the ceiling.